Thank God it's a nice day outside. You're a busy woman. You were in the button factory last night for Kaleidoscope. Yeah.
That's right.
Now, I was just thinking bodhran. I have a niece who plays bodhran. She's incredible on it. I'm a drummer. Does it have the same kind of, oh, you can't really play an instrument, here's the bodhran, go ahead and bang that, or...
Quite accessible, you know,
right.
It's quite accessible, and I have students who are very young, 4 and 5 years of age, right up to 90.
Right.
So it's, anyone can play.
And do you need a bit of that animal John Bonham spirit, or is it obviously it's a very beautiful instrument and it can be played gently and it can be played all, you can rise up a storm, you can go down into the valleys. I don't know whether there's a sense that it is sort of draws the slightly wilder kind of a musician.
That's it, but I suppose there are many different styles, and my particular style would be quite sensitive in its accompaniment to music, so then I can let rip then as well with
nice.
I need to, but I suppose everyone has their own style, which is fantastic.
I think I'm just thinking now, and we'll go on to Cara then, but just given any kind of gathering with a bit of drink on it, a bodhran starts up, the place tends to go very tribal and very nuts, and there's a sort of the distant drums are calling.
Yeah, well, it's often known as the heartbeat of Irish music, and I suppose as soon as the bodhran kicks into any piece or set, everyone just
it makes it better. It's like bacon. It's like bacon on salad. It just makes it that much better. Now we should say, Cara, 2010, you win Best New Irish Artist from Irish Music Magazine. The following year, you get top back 2011. So this is quite. You're heading to like your 20-year anniversary as a 5-piece, I guess. I don't know whether that early kind of beginnings, it's exactly the same lineup, it's exactly the same kind of goals.
It has changed over the years, and I suppose with different musicians we bring different influences to the band, and the overall idea and concept still remains the same, and we're quite we're quite united in that we want to showcase the best of folk music and also produce our own music, which is, quite interesting as well.
Well, Irish music for many years, and the great people like Donald Looney and going back even further, there's always been this desire to sort of mix within other world musics, and there's always a sort of a common ground, whether Appalachian or African. There's going to be that rhythmic universal groove that is in all music. For you guys starting out, was that sort of part of the thinking that this is a big wide canvas? Obviously we're starting in Ireland, we've got Scotland in there now, you've got Germany, but it's a huge wide canvas. Was it always the kind of goal?
Well, I suppose folk music was always at the centre of everything, and it has been since the band formed many years ago, and that continues today. So folk music is kind of the centre of everything, and everything else is just kind of sprinkles on top, and they're through the lens in which we view other styles and other influences. But it is great, when we can collaborate with other musicians, and some of us in the band do collaborate with other musicians on a regular basis, and I suppose we do draw on that when we're with the band. But as I say, everything is kind of folk based down the centre, and everything else is happening on the side.
Well, there must be that sort of happy mix too of you play a song that everybody knows, and it's like a comfort blanket. They kind of feel instantly recognize where it's coming from and where it's going. But then also the thrill of the new, where you can bring in entirely new pieces that will hopefully give you a different kind of rush. Again, was that an early decision? We're definitely going to put in original material here, because you could easily slip into sometimes, just that covers thing can kind of a little bit jaded.
That's it. And I suppose when I joined the band, I grew up with Planksty, and listening to Planksty, their CDs, was just kind of ingrained in me. And when I joined, they performed The Little Musgrave, which is one of Planksty's classics. And for me, every single time we perform that, it's just amazing. I love it so much, and I love Cara's take on the song. And I'm sure we'll be performing that in Ireland when the rest of the guys come over. But as well as that, we perform original songs, which are just so lovely, and it's a great experience for the listener, because it's something fresh, it's something new.
Now that idea too of with I was mentioning before my niece and her 3 siblings in Chicago, they're deep in the Irish music scene, and they all play the music, they do all the festivals, but then at home they'd be listening to everything and anything. I don't know, when you were growing up, whether you were one ear on pop music and rock music and another ear on Irish music.
That's it, and I suppose I came from a background with tons of music at home. My father was a DJ, so you could find anything in the house, literally. And I suppose bodhran or my playing actually evolved because of that, and because I could draw on anything at home. You know, I could put on any music and play along to it, and that's what really inspired me. So I think that really was a plus for me in terms of my musical development.
Good old Ronnie Drew would always, he was quite a happily cantankerous man. He liked to sort of give out to anybody who he felt was being foolish. And one thing he didn't like at all was the folk police, who would sort of give out about any kind of dilution or fusion or any kind of mix-up. And I mean, I don't know if you've had ever had to sort of, you know, deal with that kind of attitude that people who still think Dylan should never have gone electric. He should still be on the acoustic guitar and should never ever start messing around with rock and roll. I mean, do you ever sort of get that coming up against you, or?
Well, I've seen it quite a bit throughout my years, but I suppose, you know, there are purists out there and they want to preserve the music, and that's, you know, fair and just. And I think if we all respect each other, I think that's just the only way to go about it. And if someone introduces something new, just, you know, listen, show respect, and everything will be fine.
And the good thing is you're walking around and you're handy with a stick, so I don't think many people are going to bother you if they know this. So when it comes to, I don't know if there is such a thing as icons for you, because, you know, Irish music has always had, I mentioned Donald Lunny, people like Martin Hayes, there's always, you know, people who are out there who are really kind of just, I won't say perfect, but they're doing incredible work, and they have a world stage that they're playing on. I don't know for you if that's always been the case, that when you were young there were people that, like, beyond Planksty as well. I don't know if there's, yeah.
And I suppose with folk music, and it can be said for other folk musics around the world, you grow up with your idols, you know, which you don't have that in other genres. So, you know, you meet them at festivals, at concerts, and Planksty for me were, you know, they were the big guys. And then a few years down the line, I get to perform with Donald Lean. It's incredible, you know. It's just a very special thing that we have in Ireland.
Now, you released your 7th album last year. It was a live album. It sort of marked on an international stage. I think it was it, how many years on an international stage was marked last year? 15? Wow.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you that you sort of, because in any line of work it's hard to maintain years of a career, but certainly in music and the arts generally, it's even tougher. Did it surprise you that, oh, we've actually come this far?
Yeah, well, I suppose I've joined the band quite recently enough, last year, and I grew up listening, you know, when I was heading around the place at festivals and stuff like that. I saw Cara a number of times in Ireland, and I listened to their CDs at home, and they're just so strong, and their sound is so strong that they're able to maintain, you know, that direction and continue on. And music is constantly evolving, traditional music is constantly evolving, and I think Cara are great ambassadors of that, you know.
Because I was thinking when I saw you, I thought, well, you must have been about 5 when they started, so I was thinking, I'm not sure how you managed to sort of maintain a 20-year career in a band from a 5-year-old.
Not quite.
And the others, I don't know whether it's okay, you're playing with very old people then. Are they alright? Are they hard of hearing now? Are they okay, do you think, after?
They're okay, they're doing well. They're doing well.
And you're more like, well, you're both a musician and a helper, a carer, really, when you think about it.
Oh, we won't say that.
So are there feelings now of I suppose it's, you know, business as usual, because I don't know whether you'd sort of have such thing as a career plan, or we should do this next year or the following year, we should aim for a certain kind of album or a certain kind of, I mean, I don't know if you think like that, or whether it's just the joy of playing and every gig is the best gig.
Cara they're pretty great on that front, you know.
Okay.
But they have a German influence.
Well then, I noticed you were early, you weren't late. That's good. That's a German influence, you see.
Yeah, they've taught me
Most
well.
Irish musicians are late, but I think when that German blood kicks in, you have to do what they say.
So no, they're really fantastic, and we have the next album is kind of it's down the line, but it's we're thinking of it, and we're doing work towards that at the moment.
Nice. I suppose just to wrap up then, with your Night at the Whale, we've sort of touched on it really. It will be that sort of wonderful mix of being able to, you know, put new blood into old songs, but then also having the joy of playing stuff that's entirely new to people as well.
That's it. Yeah, and I suppose from witnessing Cara concerts all over the world, it's just the joy of music and a celebration of music, and I suppose that's what we're going to showcase at the Whale, and it's such a fantastic venue to do so.
Well, just so you know, traditional in the Whale is to have a lock-in till at least Tuesday, so just cancel any plans.
We're heading to Cladagh live the next morning, so we better.
Cancel now.